Hey Z fam, I'm back with another video, and we're gonna be checking this out. Jujutsu Kaisen is ending in 5 chapters. We gotta do some more Jujutsu Kaisen manga edits. I ain't even gonna lie, and we're gonna do that very, very soon. But yeah, man, let's check this video out. Thank you guys so much for all your support. Links in the description and the Patreon where we do daily anime episodes. Let's go, bro.
So the Jujutsu Kaisen manga is ending in
Oof,
5 chapters from now. And that culminates on September 29th, just a little over a month from now. It was actually announced
damn.
a couple hours ago, and I'll read the full announcement. So, Gege's message said, "The story will end in 5 more chapters. I am only able to end the story in the way I wanted, thanks to the support and cooperation of all my readers. Thank you. I am working hard to create a final chapter that will probably satisfy as many people as possible who have
Probably.
supported Jujutsu Kaisen. So everyone, please bear with me. The final chapter will release on September 30th. It's actually September 29th for us Westerners. And there will
Damn.
be no further major Jujutsu Kaisen announcements at this time, and we will pass along further news on the matter as we become aware of it." So, wow.
That's
It's
crazy.
surprising, but at the same time, not so much, because we did know that Jujutsu Kaisen was ending this year. Gege announced it at the Jump Festa last year, that would probably be the last Jump Festa that Jujutsu Kaisen attended. But I thought
Damn.
maybe we had until like November, December, but no, it is over in September. Now, I feel like a lot of people are probably thinking, well, that's not enough. Surely it's going to be rushed at that pace, and I have to agree with that. As of this recording, we are on chapter 266,
Really?
where Yuji is essentially coming to the end of his battle with Sukuna. He had actually recently
Damn.
just had a big breakthrough with Megumi, and it was revealed that they actually
Breakthrough.
had Sukuna's final finger somewhere. So in the next 5 chapters,
Oh.
Sukuna surely is going to be killed or something like that. Megumi is going to be saved, I assume, and then there's a chance that Yuji may die, possibly sacrificing himself to take down Sukuna in the process. But other than Sukuna being defeated, the rest of the storylines and everything need to be wrapped up as well. The big one being the culling game, because the culling game can only really come to an end once everyone within it has died except for Megumi. And that it would also start the merger of all of the people in Japan with Tengen and the culling game barrier to create like a big curse monster.
What's the worst part of the locker room?
The immediate thing that popped up in my head was all the acts.
Axe.
Merger thing. So that means that that's definitely not going to happen. I mean, there is a chance, I suppose, but it doesn't seem likely at this point, unless Gege just decides to go into this rushed, depressing ending where the merger does go through, and then that's kind of just how things are. I doubt that he's going to do that, so it seems like that's just not going to work out ultimately, and they're probably going to make another rule or something to end the calling game without any more deaths needing to be had, or they, I don't know, manually break it down through some other means, or they use the merger to like self-implode on itself without absorbing Japan, but it just breaks the culling game or something, or maybe they use Sukuna in some way to stop it, possibly. And aside from that, I guess Megumi will have somewhat of his happy ending, as much as one can be salvaged at this point. And other than that, like, everyone pretty much died in the battle against Sukuna anyway. Like, pretty sure Maki's still alive. And then we'll also find out what happened with Yuta inside of Gojo's body. Is he sticking around, or are they just both dead, or whatever's going on with that? And unfortunately, it's looking like we're not getting that Heian era flashback. I mean, if we're lucky, we might get a few panels of it in the next 2 or 3 chapters, but we're not getting like an extended look at the Heian era, and I don't think we're going to be getting an extended look at Sukuna's backstory either. I mean, again, we could get a few panels here and there, which would be nice, but, you know, we're not going in depth, unfortunately, which I really would have liked. Maybe that's just me. I
hope the
like
anime
this
does it better
series
then.
needed like a deep dive into Sukuna, since he is the end-all be-all, and we've spent like 100 chapters fighting him, but maybe I'm asking for too much. And then I guess we'll see if something does happen with cursed energy as a whole. Do they ultimately solve the problem of curses, or do they create like a new form of cursed energy, or do they erase it altogether somehow? But I guess all of those points, of course, are going to be addressed at one point or another in the next 5 chapters of the series. Now, as for like a sequel series or something like that, it's not really looking good at this point, especially since they said in the statement that there are no further major Jujutsu Kaisen announcements at this time, and we will pass along further news on the matter as we become aware of it. So there's definitely not an immediate idea for a sequel. Wow. Doesn't mean there won't be one down the line. It's always a possibility, but I would say just don't get your hopes up. There might be another movie, possibly, but if not, there's obviously going to be season 3, and then I guess season 4 would probably be the last one. So at least anime-wise, we have another 7 years probably, right, for that to come out. 6 or 7 years minimum. I also want to make a video in the future of how I could have continued the series personally. Obviously, I'm not saying like I'm a better writer than Gege or whatever. That's nonsense. I'm just saying like I think that I could have continued the series for like another at least 200 chapters, or at least somehow gave Gege the idea to do this himself. It has to do with the merger succeeding, but that ultimately leads us to a whole new part of the series that could go on for, like I said, another 200 chapters at least. But you know, I guess Gege's just tired. He's done. I don't blame him. He's done with it. It's just unfortunate that it's happening at the peak of the series popularity. But now that Jujutsu Kaisen is ending, along with My Hero Academia that just ended a couple weeks ago, the only real big banger left in Jump is One Piece, right? I mean, there's also Sakamoto Days, but I also think the next big series coming up is Kagura Baki. So I'm probably going to be covering that next on the channel. I'll try to make a video, like a recap on everything that's happened at this point, because as of this recording, I think there's only been like 45 chapters or something. So it's not a very long read to catch up. And yeah, that's going to replace the void for Jujutsu Kaisen on this channel for the time being. Also, One Punch Man is coming back, so I'm going to be going more into that. Sorry to all of my One Punch Man followers that I've been neglecting the series, but it is coming back, and I'll make more content on it, of course. And then we have One Piece.
It's coming back soon,
One Piece is probably going to last another 10 years, so I really wouldn't worry about One Piece. There's always time to catch up on it. So if you're looking for
it's actually crazy.
Here it is. Hey, but real quick, guys, you should
that it's
check
a
out
weekly anime, bro.
If you haven't already, they're a great energy supplement that can help you.
No lie, but anyways.
You know, regular caffeine, it makes you really like a bombsicle. This is already one of my favorite flavors. They also have a gram of sugar and non-caffeinated. Use code BIGZ. All
right, and that's it, man. How do y'all feel about Jujutsu Kaisen ending? I feel like what he said was very, very true. It's probably going to be rushed. Ending in 5 chapters, and they still haven't explained like Sukuna's backstory or anything, really. I don't know. Let me know how y'all feel. Hopefully the anime does it better, you know, because sometimes what they have in manga is not in the anime or vice versa. But yeah, I guess we're going to have to see what happens, KZ fam. Thank you for watching this video. Stay positive, stay healthy, and most definitely keep that strong mentality, man. Out.